has arrived in the form of the lovely and brilliant Kim Horscher from Nerd Alert. Yay! What's up, Scorcher? How you doing?
Hey. My award show's this weekend.
You have what?
My award show's this weekend.
Oh, your award show. Oh, yeah. Okay. Up for best something or other of geeks, right?
Oh, Jake, you remembered. Best online personality, the Geeky Awards.
Everybody check out Nerd Alert. All right. Okay. All right, good. Let's go forward.
All right, let's do this. Rosario asks, when, if ever, have you ever gotten a major-ish prediction wrong?
Obviously, never.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, of course. No, I've gotten plenty of things wrong, which I also trumpet on the show. Not quite as much as I trumpet the things that I got right, but we do say all of them to the best of our abilities. Anyway, the biggest one probably was I didn't think that it was Anthony Weiner who'd sent his junk on Twitter. When it first broke, I mean, it seemed like it was out of Breitbart. He had doctored everything up until that point. I'm like, no, Anthony Weiner was a relatively smart congressman, didn't send a dick pic on Twitter. I'm calling BS on that. Oops. Got that one totally wrong. All right, next.
William T. asks, if we liberals are so fucking smart, how come we lose so goddamn always? Grammar.
Maybe that was part of our issue. No, it's the money, Lebowski. It's the money, of course. So look, by the way, when money was not as big a factor in this country, from the 1940s all the way to 1978, progressives won domestically on almost everything. We were so strong that Ralph Nader got Richard Nixon to pass seatbelt laws, OSHA, Environmental Protection Agency, all under Richard Nixon. That's how strong we were. And then money poured in because of Supreme Court cases and washed everything out. You know, the Koch brothers are now running around the country like stopping zoos and aquariums, literally. Why? Because they might get taxed a little bit more in their local factories, right? Well, how do they do that? By buying an enormous amount of ads. The other guys, the poor zoo doesn't have the money to match the Koch brothers, so they do a campaign of deception. Like if they had an even battlefield, of course the zoo would win over the Koch brothers, but they don't. They win because of the money. That's why we got to get it out. Wolf-pack.com. Next.
David Decker asks, if you were forced to do any job and you wouldn't get paid for it, what would you do? I would be a teacher.
David, nobody asked you, okay? I'm kidding. All right, so teacher's not bad. The problem with that is you got a lot of pain in the ass homework you got to grade. Like the other day I was a teacher on TV. I'm not a teacher, but I play one on TV. I did it for Sundance Channel. It's going to come out in the fall. You'll see it. And it was kind of hard, but it was rewarding to see a little bit of difference in the kids and them getting some of the material and stuff. And then they said you have to grade their homework. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. So being a teacher's hard. No, life coach. You come in, I blah, 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 give you advice on your life, and off you go. No homework. Okay. That sounds like fun. I'd love to do that. Hey, what are you up to? What's going on? Really? I think I might be able to help. All right, next.
You already do that. Julia Mahoney asks, what house would you give an oath of loyalty to if you lived in Game of Thrones / Westros, and why do you choose them?
I would go with House Baratheon. One, because they have the rightful claim to the throne, and being right matters. And number two, because Stannis, although he's a grumpy old fellow and not much to like there, but he is a relentless motherfucker. Okay, it's like, oh, my entire army got wiped out. Anyway, so how are we gonna win? Like, dude, you're not gonna win. He's like, wrong again, Bob. How are we gonna win? It's like, I kind of like that attitude. And it turns out, well, I don't know. Let's wait till next season. I didn't read the books. I'm not doing any spoilers. But he looks like he's rising a little bit. He's got the money. All right, next.
Okay, Jay Singletary asks, who is the best basketball player at the Young Turks? Me.
Okay,
No.
First of all, that is definitely not true. Okay, we're not being PC here. It's not Kim. It's not any of the women. I'm keeping it real. Okay, now your question, my response is this. That is as controversial a question as you could ask of the Young Turks. Okay, let me assure you that it is actually no one from TYT Sports. Right now, they're woefully represented by Jason Rubin, who's the producer there. He shows up at least once, and didn't show up again. Oh, poor Ricky Strahm from the old days. He wasn't half bad, but not the best. Ben is on TYT Sports every once in a while. He's tenacious, he hangs in there, but he just doesn't play frequently enough, so I can't really say it's him. It's not him, okay? Dave Rubin also appears on TYT Sports every once in a while. Obviously does the Rubin Report, TYT 140. Has an excellent outside shot. Best three-point shooter in the game, okay? The rest of the game could use some help, so it's not him, okay? Like, that's mainly what he does. You got to guard his three. Okay, now, that leaves, of the guys who play, J.R. Jackson, myself, and Steve-O. Who's it going to be? Speaking of Game of Thrones, there can be only one.
No, that's Highlander.
Oh, that's Highlander, that's right. Don't mess with the geek. She'll straighten your ass out. Okay. So, JR is maybe the best defender there, and I value that a lot. And he's got a decent shot. But his shot is a little irregular. It's not as consistent as it needs to be. Oh, he's going to hate this. I'm going to say it's not him. Oh, no. Everybody can see this from a mile away, right? Like, oh, well, who could it be? Wrong! And I'll tell you why. It's Steve-O. Look, I'm a very good shooter. I'm an excellent defender, although I'm slow. Like, if you put me in a super fast guy, I'm done for. Okay, but if you put me on a medium speed guy, he's done for. He's not going to score at all. Okay, anyway.
Great defender, you're slow.
Yeah, I know. Great defender can't be slow. No, trust me. So because there's like good shooters, there's good players. I lock their ass down. I'm in their back pocket. They're like, God damn it, get away from me. Okay, anyway. So, and I will likely help your team win. But there are some games where I will definitely cost you the victory. I will shoot too much, and I will ruin the team. Keeping it real. Steve, though, he's a consummate professional, and he's a wily little fuck. And if you got him on your team, I hate to admit it, but you are more likely to win. Okay? He's the point guard. He'll get it to the right people at the right times. His teams win more frequently than the other teams. It is the most devastating admission I have ever made. But I believe that Steve-O is the best player here. He will show this to every person he knows. Okay? And JR will hate me forever.